Heyo everyone, it's your boy OMA. Today is an exciting day. It's one of the first times in the past probably nearly a year that I'm not doing a DEADROP video. This video is about something a little bit different. It's back to something that I did a few years ago when I was with Halo, and I will do continuously with things that interest me. And that's an unboxing, and today it is Starfield. So this arrived today a little bit early, well, a day early, which I'm perfectly happy with, but we're going to be taking a little peek through this. Yes, it does sound hollow. It's not in here right now. I've already recorded the unboxing because I couldn't wait. So instead of me just waffling on, let's just dive straight into the unboxing, get that out of the way, and then we can just take a closer look at stuff, and I'll tell you guys what I think about it. Okay, so you guys should have just seen pretty much the full unboxing experience to some extent. We're going to take a closer little peek at some of the bits and bobs, and I'm going to tell you guys some of the things that have made me truly love this entire experience and have kind of put it into possibly some of my top favorite collector's editions, like up there with Chief and Chief and Noble Team and the Dead Coronet up there. Like, this is like one of the best. Straight off the bat, one of the first things I love is when you pop off this outer sleeve, right? So obviously this outer sleeve is just this is the retail packaging, I guess. It's still really nice. You know, it's got like the Xbox branding on there. It's got all the contents on the back, which is fine. That's what you need for a retail packaging. But when you pop the actual box out, this, like, the whole vibe changes. This is now like turned into, this is like a watch box. This is all about the watch. You know, it's got the model number and stuff on the front. It's even got like a little it's even got a little blurb on the bottom, which I think is really cool. And then the same thing on the back as before. But I really like that. I think that's just like a nice little attention to detail. Now, the game, this is bittersweet because I truly love hard copies. I'm a big fan of hard copies. I don't know why, I just am. But I don't mind this one as much. I didn't do a close-up of this, and to be honest, it's covered in my smudgies. Like, I've smudged all over it. But if I'm ever going to like a non-hard copy, it's going to be this one. Because the box is really, really nice. I like that little back bit there as well. It's got a little inscription on it. And I kind of like the way they've delivered this. So you've got this little insert with a little key. And I think that's kind of cool. If you're going to do a digital copy, this is the way to do it. Like, that's just awesome. It's just a nice way to do it. I like this better than what Watch Dogs tried to do, where they tried to give you a little slip that just had the code on it and then give you a steelbook with nothing in it. This is a cool way to do it. Don't just give me a steelbook and a slip. That's useless. If you're going to give me a slip of paper, don't give me a steelbook. This, you know, I'm still getting that full steelbook experience with a nice artwork on the inside and a fancy looking case, but you've given me something cool with it and a place to put it. That's nice. I can put that up somewhere and be happy with it. Now, onto this big boy. Now, this thing is sick. This, honestly, the box is half the reason I got this. I'm a big fan of space and everything about space, and the second they said this was inspired by like the containers from the Apollo missions, I was like, I'm sold. That's it. This whole thing has had me sold the second it was a watch and the container. But that whole unlock mechanism, that is just, oh. And the thing is, the quality isn't that bad either. So this top part is plastic and like this is printed on, but it still looks nice. It's a really nice print. These parts are actually material. They're glued down, which I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I'm fine with that, but I do kind of wish that they were slip stuff under them. I don't know why. The side parts, these are metal, and I appreciate that. I appreciate just the little bit of metal. This bit is like a brushed, glossy feel, or just glossy aluminium. I like it. And then these parts are a bit more matte, and then the front latch here is all metal. So this is all metal. This is all metal. And then the inside, oh, look at that beast. So this material in here, as much as you want to think, okay, it's going to be some rubbish plastic, it's actually this really nice, like, rubberized material. And I've checked. You can, in fact, remove it from the case, and I guess just use the case as whatever you want. But let me just pop this top piece out, because that comes out really easy. But you can see it's like this, like, really nice foamy rubbery material. Like, it feels quality. And then you've got like the logo up in there. Can you see that? Can you see that? Like the Chronomark logo embossed into it. There's just a lot of things to make you like this. It's a really nicely done edition. There's just a lot of thought and a lot of detail and a lot of quality put into this, and I really appreciate it. There is a couple of things I don't like, and one of them is on this. So for starters, that latch isn't particularly secure, which, it's not a problem, you know, it's just a display box, but the fact that the first time I put it down, it just popped open, I was like, ah. Moving on very swiftly, the patch. I mean, it's nice. It looks good. It's a cool little addition. It makes this whole thing feel like a package they've sent to you for joining Constellation. I'm sure that's the idea behind it, but I like that a lot. It just adds to the whole vibe. If I'm gonna be nitpicky, you could have made it iron-on. I don't think it would have cost much more. Just a little bit of stuff on the back that you can just slap it, iron it, done. Because if I was going to put this on something, I would not want to butcher this with my poor attempt at, well, I guess sewing. So then you've got the NATO strap, which I'll be honest, I haven't a clue how it works, but the watch app does have instructions, but I'm probably just never going to put it on. I was planning to at first, just because it is a little bit lighter in its fabric and probably a bit more comfortable, but after seeing all the detail and stuff on the normal band, I'm not changing. I like it too much. The little, I guess, manual, owner's manual thing, it just gives you a QR code to download the app, which is fine. It's a smartwatch, so that makes sense. You get little pins, which this isn't going to focus on it, but you get little pins for the NATO strap, and then you get this tiny little charger, which is the most uselessly small charger on the planet. Like, where are you plugging this in for it to make sense? Stemming off of that charger brings us to the next bit, which is the little attachment point. This is a little charging dock for the watch, and this is nice. Like, it's got the like markings on there, which make it seem a little bit nicer. It's magnetic. It's not the like nicest material, but it's sturdy. But the issue is, it's micro USB. It's 2023. Like, seriously, of everything here, right? All of the work and detail that went into this, like the thought as well, the fact you made it a watch, like, that has meaning. Like, I'm sure that the idea is it's like a hint towards the Omegas, the watches that went to the moon. You know, it's a hint. So much meaning and thought went into this, and everything's great. Just make it a USB-C. This is... Why? USB-C, everything's USB-C. I refuse to believe that making this USB-C would have broken the bank. It baffles me. At a very minimum, in 6 months, release replacements of these that I can buy with a USB-C. Please, Bethesda, please, please. Now onto the main attraction, obviously. Apart from the game, you know, the game's, it's the main attraction. It's not. I didn't buy it for the game. I've got Game Pass. I have got this synced up to my phone now. I'll show a little clip showing you how. That was actually a really easy process. You pop it onto the charging dock, it just turns on, and then it starts working. I'll throw up some footage so you guys can get some close-ups of it, especially the back, which I truly, truly love. The little details everywhere. The details on the buckle, the details on the back, you know, that for all into the Starfield, that whole thing, like, it's just a little hint towards the Omega that was sent to the moon. Like, it's got an inscription on the back saying that it was the first watch sent to the moon. I can't remember exactly what it says. Something about NASA testing it. Like, this is a meaningful thing to do. This is something that I noticed after. I don't think I got any footage of it, but right there, if I can't tell if it's focusing, but right there, it's actually got the little logo just embossed into the strap. And this is what I mean, with the little chrono mark on that bit, the little logo embossed on the strap. I was just like, I don't want to switch this out just yet. I might do eventually, but I'm not ready to do it just yet. And as far as this thing, the construction is quite nice. These bits obviously are like rubbery stuff. This black stuff is well, this like grey black stuff is plastic. The bronze stuff, or the goldy stuff, that is metal. And the white, I can't really tell, but I'm pretty sure that's all plastic as well. So it is mostly plastic, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. As far as functionality, so far it's been working pretty well. It's counting my steps, it's done everything right. The torch mode is a little bit useless in general situations, but if you're in like pitch black, it actually does work surprisingly well. So one thing I will say, you've got the moon phase, which is working. You can see it working there, and you can go up and down in the days and like check when things are happening. Okay, I just skipped. But it doesn't have the sun timer thing that they showed before and is in the manual and stuff. But I don't know if that's because it's nighttime right now, which would make sense, because how are you going to calculate when the sun's going down? But then surely it should show me sun up time right now, but it doesn't. So that's one thing, I guess, that isn't really working. And also weather. It's got weather on there, but if I click on it, it tells me to go activate it in the app. I've searched the whole app. I've gone into the settings on my phone and given the application every permission it can possibly get. There is no way of turning on weather on the app. So I guess that's a feature that's coming in the future, or maybe it's just not coming at all. Music control, that works really, really well. Genuinely works really well. So I mean, maybe it'll work. It's not going to work. I haven't got Spotify open, but it works nicely. It's even got like a little It is working, so there you go, it's playing. Yeah, you can see the little thing bouncing up and down at the bottom, and you can pause and play and skip. So that works really well, and it works on YouTube. So you can go on YouTube, you can pause and play videos, you can skip forward, so just random next video, which is kind of nice. It doesn't work on shorts, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it would. Like if you could lay in bed and just lay there with this on your wrist and just click around for shorts, I'd be able to do it for so much longer. Notifications work just fine. I don't really understand the point. So you can find the notification you want, you can click on it and it like pops up like that. Just a nice little text effect. So you guys can see there, Beacon doing 40% off, and then you can just get rid of them and it will just pop you back. Honestly, overall, this has been a really, really nice watch. I've really enjoyed it and I'm genuinely happy I got it. You got all the sensor graphs and stuff, which I'm not going to show you because they're completely pointless. They work. I've checked them. They work. They look kind of cool, but you're never going to use them because they don't show you anything relevant. Now, last thing, I don't know if this actually, I didn't see this in the manual, but maybe I didn't look hard enough, but you can click down here and you get different watch faces. So you go down, that one reduces a bit more, you can't really see it, or I couldn't see it anyway. Then you got a blank one, which has just got the edge stuff on. And then you got this one with a nice Constellation logo in the middle, which I actually really like. And it does have the whole, you can tap it to wake it up, so when you put your arm down, it times out. It's kind of intermittently either timed out straight away or it will time out after a little bit, but if you lift your arm, it'll wake back up, and if you tap it, it'll wake back up. And it vibrates for notifications. Honestly though, overall, that is my favorite thing. That little inscription on the back, that was the selling point for me. I love that. Also, when you pop it on the dock, oh, it might do it if I keep it still long enough, but there you go, it goes sideways while it's magnetized to the dock, which is really nice. So you can leave it on your bedside and it can pop up notifications and tell you the time and stuff, and it won't actually time out while it's on the dock. I've also been wearing it while walking around the house and my phone has been on the desk the whole time, and I've got to say, this thing will obviously lose connection because I'm walking away from my phone and going a fair distance from it, but the second I'm close enough, just instantly pairs straight back up, and like nothing really stops. You don't notice a stop. It doesn't like tell you, oh, you're too far away, I've lost connection. It doesn't warn you that you've connected back. Just like seamlessly, just a little button, a little LED down there just turns a different color. It'll be red when you're like too far away and it doesn't have connection. It'll be blue when you've got connection. It's so nice and seamless. So overall, do I think it was worth £250? As a bundle with the game, I mean, you've got to consider, even though the game is on Game Pass, and like to me, I'm like, I've got the game on Game Pass. You know, you still get the DLC and all the other little extras, but you still got to consider you are paying for the game as well. And you know, what is that at retail? Is like what, £80, £90, £100 probably. So there's always that to consider. So it's like 150-ish in that ballpark. Is it worth it? To me, yes. The whole experience as a whole was 100% worth it. Seriously, one of the nicest unboxing experiences I've ever had. So to me, 100% worth it. I love the case. That's going to go on the shelf back there somewhere. I like the watch. I like the watch a lot. I think it's nice and pretty, and it's just the right amount of like gamey and like hints at gaming, and obviously is from gaming, but you wouldn't know it straight away, and I like that. That's probably my favorite little area, that little section where it's just enough that someone who knows what it is would recognize it straight away, but someone who doesn't know what it is would just think it's a normal piece of clothing. It's just a normal watch, just a little bit weird looking with some gold stuff on it. But each their own. You know, I can't tell you if it's worth it. Only you can decide that. I think it is, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like watching me unbox stuff, try watching this video right here. It's fun. It's fun. I'm going to warn you, the camera quality won't be as good because it's old camera, but it's pretty good. If you just like me, consider subscribing to my Twitch. I'm live there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 PM UK time, so GMT or BST, depending on the time of year. But I'm there. I'm happy to talk about Starfield. I'm going to be playing Starfield over the next week or two. Otherwise, I'm playing DEADROP and all kinds of other games. So if you enjoy the content, come watch over there. Or go onto my YouTube channel and find something else fun to watch.